So a few months ago, exactly April 21st, we had two customers who brought extra scions to us. They had ordered some scions from the USDA and they had extra. What happens when you order them, you have to place your order in advance, and they send 5 scions in a nice little baggie like that, all labeled and everything. And there were a lot of these bags. This is just a selection. This was, Pierre Louis and Malda, White Alfonso, and Pahiri. And as I said, there are a lot more. So suddenly we had this graftwood. We're in a hurry to graft a lot of scions, and this seemed like the best place. There used to be a huge Hayden tree here, and a couple months before that I had gotten it cut way back. Not only did that major trunk have some sprouts coming out of it and some other growth on some small limbs that I had left in place, but also fruit that had dropped over the years from the tree had produced some seedlings. So anyway, a lot of places, potential places to graft all these scions that we got. So April 21st, after we had a long morning of working at the farm, Har and I grafted, and then the next day we grafted some more. I didn't think it was going to take that long, but the pile of graftwood just seemed endless. So we have been very busy with mango season, and right now I have a little bit of time to go check on those grafts. I checked on a graft over here 2 days ago, but I want to make the whole tour and see what might have been successful. Okay, so this is definitely a jungle in here. So this is a fun little graft. This one right here, cut back the base plant, and this one happens to be Chauncey. That was from prepared graftwood, not from the USDA. This was a not successful graft here and there. I just want to make sure that this tree over here has enough light to keep growing. Okay, I see some elastic over here, so looks like there's a graft to check on. I'll climb up this tree a little bit. Okay, so here's one right here that was successful, and I wrote on the adjoining or adjacent, well, there we go. This was the shoot it was grafted onto, has the name here, so it's a little tough for me to read it from this direction, but we'll make a label soon. In the meantime, I'll cut off the new growth from there, and there's this particular young branch that is not grafted onto. So we'll take that away so that I can let all the light and resources from this part of the tree. Go to this, growing this particular variety. So, cut off these shoots. And this one also, this is growing from the Hayden shoot, so we don't want to grow Hayden at this point. So we will need to come back and trim this, but it's a good opportunity right now to prepare some graftwood. I just have to remember to come back and actually cut it off in a week to 2 weeks. So this is sprawling too much, so we know that we need to cut this off. So why not have the opportunity to produce some nice scions. Also, you might be able to see that this is bouncing up. After you get the weight of those young leaves off, it sort of bounces up. This one over here needs a little trim. Anyway, so we should get 3 pieces of graftwood. I come back and try and figure out what variety that was that I grafted onto that particular place. But it's nice to see a success. Let's see what else we might have over here. Not sure about how stable some of these chunks of wood are. Okay, so that doesn't look like it's grafted with anything, so we might as well cut it back because it just confuses things. We are searching for grafts. This looks like all original Hayden, so cut that back also. There's so much foliage in here that I can't really see what's going on. Okay, so that's not grafted. That doesn't look grafted. Ooh, this is looking good. See, I wouldn't have seen this if I hadn't cut that other stuff away. Right here, there's a graft that's taken. So I will cut back this Hayden part all the way up to here. This is all. Now I'm just going to cut this off. It's so limp that. Oh, actually, that wasn't even part of. That's another Hayden shoot. How about that? Take that off. So here we have whatever this variety is. Hopefully it's written down on the other side. I can find out what variety that it was successful. Okay, all of this looks like Hayden. Okay, so let's see what else we have in here. Might be just about as much as I can see from this point. This looks like a big Hayden shoot, so we'll take care of that. Gotta find the grafts and also give the resources to those grafts. These vigorous Hayden shoots can really block a lot of the light for anything else. Okay, so looks like it's time to climb down and see what's on the other side. Let's see if we can get through here. Reunited with my saw that dropped off. There it is. Not sure if I can really get through here. Can't really get through that way. Okay. Oh, here we go. We can find out what this was. Oh, it's a pahiri. All right. See the right down there is the writing. So I don't need didn't write on the part above the graft, so I can cut that part off. This right here, I gotta verify that there's no grafts on that, and then I can possibly cut that off. That would really give this shoot a lot of energy if I took this part off. So, find a good way to get down from this part of the tree. Critters are not wanting to meet me. I do not see any grafts here. Oh, here's a failed graft. See, right up here. It was, oh gosh, can't be sure of that name from here. Definitely want to make sure this is, yeah, it's crunchy. Even sometimes when they look like they haven't taken, they're just very slow to take. But that's definitely not taken. So maybe I'll be able to read. This, I think, must have been one of Har's grafts, because I'm not used to his handwriting. Amiri, there we go. So sad. Amiri didn't make it. Let's see if there's anything else in this general area. I'm not seeing anything right now. Don't really feel like climbing into the spiders up there at the moment. Okay, get back to a more central place, see what we have going on. Oh, here we go. This is, I think this is Kayla Alfonso. That one's gotten cut back already. This particular branch looks like it's just sprawling out, and it looks like it's going to be Hayden. So of course we don't need a sprawling Hayden branch, so off that goes. Let's see if there's anything else in here. That looks like just a Hayden there. Nothing grafted there. Another sprawling one here. So we'll just try and simplify our search for next time by eliminating these. Plus, as I say, it'll make everything grow faster that you want to grow if you eliminate the things that you don't want to grow. Okay. And that one is also not grafted, so off it comes. This we might want to graft onto, so I'll leave that. It looks like it's in a pretty good position. Those are not grafted. Those are not grafted. So here's what's marked as a Kayla seedling. That was done on that Saturday, and that, of course, is very crunchy, crispy, so that didn't make it. And looky here, this is white Alfonso, and no leaves, but look at how green that is here. So even though it has been on this particular plant for more than 2 months in the spring and summer, it hasn't leafed out yet, but those buds are looking like they will leaf out very soon. And we'll get rid of Kayla over here. Maybe that will divert some more energy to this other plant. Oh, I guess I didn't quite get that one completely off. Okay, so Kayla. No, Kayla's gone. White Alfonso, it's time to shine. So, let's see, we've got a Kayla Alfonso there, and that one is white Alfonso. And let's see if we can find anything else in this one area. This is a very central area, so it's a good place to graft. Should be a lot of energy coming up here. Okay, so not really seeing much happening right now. I think this is what we saw from the other side. So we have 3 successful grafts on this one area, and I think we'll just leave the rest of the search for another day. It's only so much fun to be had on one of these days. These are some tags of the grafts that didn't take, a couple of grafts that didn't take. But fortunately, we have some that took. So there's our project. Oh, I'm seeing one right now. I wonder if that's the one I took already. Anyway, definitely more maintenance to do on this tree. I think that I have to do most of it with a saw. Oh, no better time than the present. Okay, so we're going to give ourselves some younger shoots when we do graft, and this is all Hayden, so I'll take that out. Maybe I'll be able to find another graft for eliminating some of these. Whoa, I bet that's a lizard. Something big. Okay, so no graft here. Don't see any grafts here or here. This is the one that we saw before. This looks like all Hayden on this branch. And this also. I guess I can see what's going on a little better on the other side now. Good thing. So here's one that's going down, so we'll just cut that off. Let's see here. This does not look like a graft at all. It's little, so I can just snip it off. So anyway, you get the idea. Just this, we don't want Hayden to grow. We just want enough Hayden young shoots to graft onto. Some of these older ones I could graft onto, but I have a lot more success grafting onto younger shoots. So just get this trimmed back down, and we'll come back and do a little bit more precise trimming, and so that we will have an active branch. We'll have plenty of sap flowing through the branch, but also hopefully some young shoots to graft some other varieties onto. So that's really it for today. So there was a glimpse at our top working project of a little more than 2 months ago. I found some failed grafts there. Some of them had tags even. But the good news is we found at least, I think, of 5 grafts on this tree alone that have taken. There's one, and there's one here, there's one on the other side, and there's a graft over here, and I think there's one on the other side of the tree also. So that was an unexpected grafting project. We had sudden delivery of all sorts of interesting graft wood, and it looks like we'll have our own source of that graft wood in the future. So hopefully we'll be able to produce more plants of these varieties, but more importantly, hopefully we'll be able to taste the fruit of these varieties to see how they fare in South Florida, because you never know if a great variety in another country is going to do well and be a really great variety in a completely different location. So we're hoping that some of these turn out really well. We will update you when we know more.